secrets in this month's issue of Bon Appetit magazine. She is here now to share one of her favorites. Look who decides to show up. Carla Hall, Chef Carla Hall.
It is so exciting to be here. It's my first time here.
Oh, what?
Yes.
In a while.
Come on.
Welcome.
Oh, yes, Jimmy. Yeah, we're a pandemic show, essentially, and now it's good to have you. Really, really.
What a way to come back with talking about pot liquor.
Yeah, pot liquor. Explain what that is, though.
So pot liquor is the liquid that is left over when you make greens, like bitter greens, like collards, turnips, and beans, right? But my thought is, why not reverse it, make your pot liquor first, and whatever you put in there, it can be seasoned and flavorful and delicious.
And speaking of what you're putting in there, you got shrimp and grits?
I have shrimp and grits. And I'm making a fennel pot liquor.
Ooh.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
I love that face.
Because I do like fennel. I never would have thought about what you just said.
Right. So, I mean, fennel goes really wonderfully with shrimp. So I thought I make a pot liquor. Here I have fennel, I have onions, I have celery. I don't have any carrots because carrots would turn it orange. So I'm going to add water. So you're cooking for water. It's basically a glorified stock. I add water. There is some fat in there. Fat is a flavor carrier. I put in some chili flakes and some Pernod, which is an anise-flavored French liqueur.
Oh, I was going to ask what that was. I was like, pear what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to come up to the boil. You have to start with cold water to extract all of that flavor from those vegetables. All right, so in here, I'm going to make the grits. So I have half of the stock, the fennel stock, half water. It comes up to a boil. I add some salt, and then I add my grits. These are yellow because we're in New York, you all. If we were in the South, they would be white. But you all in the South know. And there's no such thing as quick grits. Even if the package says a minute, it doesn't work, all right? So then here we're gonna make the shrimp. So here I've got my hot pan. I put in some oil. I add my shrimp. Just get those shrimp in there. Boom, boom. All right, that pan is not quite hot, but it will cook.
Just imagine it sizzling. Imagine it sizzling.
Salt, pepper, and then once those are cooking, you move them to the side, and then you add everything else. You add your tomatoes. This seems familiar. You have your garlic in there. You have your bay leaf. Again, some more chilies. You're gonna get all that cooking. You're gonna extract that juice from the tomatoes, and then you're gonna finish with the fennel fronds because that is flavor too. You get that all in there. Boom, boom. This will be cooked, people. You know what to do. And then here we have our shrimp.
Wow.
Wait, is it simple? So you just put the dish together. You got everything ready to go?
I have everything ready to go. Oh, thank you, Amy.
Sure.
So I got my shrimp. Stir, stir, stir.
How long do you cook those grits for?
Until they have popped and they're done. Until they don't feel like pebbles in your mouth. Until it doesn't feel like sand.
I grew up with the ones you just put in the microwave. I know.
I'm not going to talk about you, but I may make a face.
Yes, they pop.
You can judge. You can judge.
They're like little volcanoes coming off in the pot almost.
Oh, okay.
So look, you have this. It is so incredibly light. All right, and I finished it with some fennel fronds. Boom, 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 just like that. All right. Amy, now I know that you are allergic to shrimp.
Yes.
You can make this with anything. You can make it with fish. So this is everything but the shrimp.
Got it.
All right, that's yours, but
wait, is this ours?
Oh, I took yours.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So this is a barley salad with peas and mint and lemon zest, which I also use the fennel pot liquor to make the barley.
Those flavors are so good together.
Right?
And the crunch is what?
The crunch is that texture from the fennel fronds.
Oh my gosh. Where do you get fennel fronds?
From the fennel.
You ask a stupid question, you get a stupid answer.
No.
Yeah, so it's all these little bits, and this is flavor. So a lot of times the recipe will say to use this, but make sure that you also come back with something raw that's crunchy and texturized and beautiful.
Oh, shrimp and grits. This is my
This is amazing.
man.
This is a low country special right there, right?
How you doing down there, TJ?
I'm doing great. Because this makes up for you. And our relationship has been on kind of...
Are you going to go there?
We went through a rough spot. Because, see, Carla here, we've known each other for years. She's known for weeks she's going to be on the show, and she didn't let me know.
I know.
Tell them how we reconnected yesterday.
TJ sent me a text, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm coming.
We'll tell you what that text said, but it includes
well,
some
we're happy you're here, and we'll hope you'll come back, even with that lovely
I have to come back and tell you guys what I've been up to.
That's
okay,
100%.
All right, we can't wait. All right, thank you, Carla.
Thank you.
For today's recipes, you can go to our GMA3 Facebook page. Be sure to check out Carla's many other recipes, all in the March issue of Bon Appetit. All right, up next, right here on GMA3. If you're looking for a laugh, well, you're in the right place. All right, TJ's still eating. Look who's here, everybody. It's comedian and actor Michael Yo coming up next right here on GMA3. Stay with us.
You might have heard of Carvana and that we sell cars online. What you probably didn't know is that we're in the business of making you happy. We believe buying cars should be something that gets you hyped up. That you should be empowered to shop when you want, where you want, wearing whatever you want. And that your new car ought to come with newfound happiness and zero surprises. So we promise that we'll treat you right, we'll put you in control, and all of us will stop at nothing to drive you happy.
We'll drive you happy at Carvana.
Since I left for college, my dad has gotten back into some of his old hobbies. And now he's taking Trulicity. And it looks like he's gotten into some new, healthier habits, too.
What changes are you making for your type 2 diabetes? Maybe it's time to try Trulicity. It's proven to help lower A1C. It could help you lose up to 10 pounds. And it's only taken once a week, so it can fit into your busy life. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. The choices you make can help control your A1C. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
A foundation that firms. It's perfect.
New Age Perfect Tinted Balm from L'Oreal Paris. This lightweight foundation with a firming serum has 4 benefits in one. Smooths, evens, conceals, firms. Age Perfect Tinted Balm from L'Oreal Paris.
We're worth it.
From the very first touch, Pampers, the #1 pediatrician-recommended brand, helps keep baby's skin drier and healthier, so every touch will protect like the first. Pampers.
Hi. NexGard is the #1 vet-recommended flea and tick protection, and it's easy to see why. It protects for a full 30 days, prevents the infection that causes Lyme disease, and is safe to start protecting puppies as early as 8 weeks. But your vet doesn't just prescribe it to her patients. She also trusts NexGard to protect her own dog. And she knows that its beef-flavored deliciousness makes it #1 with dogs. Ask your vet about NexGard and why it's #1 with pretty much everyone.
Incoming! You don't have to love laundry to love Arm & Hammer Plus OxyClean. It removes microscopic stains and dirt for a deep, hygienic clean.
Everyone wants to be the Cadbury bunny, because only he brings delicious Cadbury cream eggs, while others may keep trying. No bunny knows Easter better than Cadbury.
Aleve X. Its revolutionary rollerball design delivers fast, powerful, long-lasting pain relief. Aleve it and see what's possible.
Lean Cuisine. What you want, how you want it. Lean Cuisine crave-worthy comfort food. All 400 calories or less. Your goals in your control. You rule. Lean Cuisine.
And tonight's winning numbers are 18, 55, 39, 71, and 43.
43?
Those numbers again.
We won!
Yes!
The Quicker Picker-Upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
I'll hold on to that.
Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
With less moderate to severe eczema, why hide your skin if you can help heal your skin from within?
Hide my skin? Not me.
Dupixent helps keep you 1 step ahead of eczema with clearer skin and less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
It's the start of new beginnings. But this week, others are thrown into conflict.
Turn it off! It hurts when I see you.
General Hospital. on ABC.
Tomorrow night, people just like our friends, our families, promising young minds. What could have ever led them to this?
The cult who believed they would go to heaven on a UFO.
Their lives before joining the cult. Their lives after.
There's no sexuality.
He castrates himself.
And then...
These people who are laughing kill themselves with bags tied over their heads.
The exclusive tapes, the witnesses. Can we finally solve the mystery?
Cult of cults.
Of Heaven's Gate, tomorrow night on ABC.
The Oscars. Live Sunday, March 27th on ABC.
Giannis lives and dies by winning.
Freak, one chip ain't enough.
This guy is a problem on the biggest stages.
Steph Curry hitting trays at the buzz.
It's Saturday primetime. Bucks Warriors on ABC.
Woo! Insurance companies like to give big name football stars to endorse their products.
Not AAA.
What do you mean, Coach?
With affordable auto and home insurance, plus America's most recommended roadside assistance, we offer coverage confidence and don't need athlete endorsements.
What? You kidding me?
Outsmart athlete endorsements.
Let's get out of here.
And choose coverage confidence from AAA.
Good luck with your sports.
The more serious your injury, the more serious the legal battle will be. So if you want the best decision at the end of your case, make the right decision at the beginning. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
Disney Pixar's Turning Red, rated PG, streaming Friday, only on Disney+.
I'm at home for 22 days quarantine. Let me tell you what my beautiful wife is going through. She's alone. We have a 3-year-old son and a 2-month-old daughter. So for 22 days, I'm hearing my kids yell, scream. My son's asking where daddy is. My wife is losing her mind. I'm getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner delivered to my room. I'm like, damn, COVID ain't that bad.
Dude, that's messed up. Come on, man.
But it's true, right? Welcome back. That was a clip from I Never Thought, the second comedy special from two-time Emmy-nominated comedian and actor Michael Yo.
And he is here in studio with us now. Yes! We have never had a guest lead their own applause.
Yeah, you got to do that sometimes. You know, you got to get people hyped up for you. TJ.
What is your wife's reaction to that?
Not good. You know, no, she loves it. She took care of me when I was in that bad state of COVID, and to put the story out there so people can actually like feel something and attach somebody to it. That's the whole reason I shot this special.
Yeah. And all jokes aside, you actually had a near-death experience with COVID, and you turned it around and found a way to laugh at it.
Yeah, I was the first person in that hospital, St. Joseph's Burbank, first person in that hospital with COVID that went to ICU. Wow. And it was to the point where, like, a lot of things were happening that in my mind, I was like, okay, if I make it, this is going to be funny. You know what I mean? So I kept a stock on it in my head. But, yeah, it was serious. It got really serious where I could have died, and that doctor saved my life, and they tested every drug on me. Wow. And because they would test the drug on me and send out the report. Wow. And then yeah, so
you know, and also in those moments, right, you're a comedian, it's what you do, you've been doing it for a long time, but do you always try to find, is it hard to be funny in a moment where you're having literally a near-death experience?
It's not funny in the moment, but after it, you're like, okay, this could be a funny joke. Like, for instance, they tested every drug on me. The first one they gave me was hydroxychloroquine, right? So I had an allergic reaction, almost died to it that night. Wow. But this is what the doctor said before he left the room. He goes, man, we learned something new today. And to me, at the moment, that was funny. And I was like, ooh, I can't wait to write this as a joke.
So in your darkest hour, you're writing down jokes.
100%. Because I was like, if I make it, this is going to be a fantastic story. And I did.
You said you were nervous about shooting this special. Why?
I was nervous because I self-funded it. I did it, you know, I wanted to, after I survived COVID, through that near-death experience, I wanted to bet on myself 100%. My good friend Joe Coy taught me that. He betted on himself, and he took off, and he was my mentor in comedy. So he took me around the country and taught me how to do comedy. So yeah, it's all about, that's why when you're spending your own money on something, it's scary, you know, and you want to make it back. So
you said he was kind of a mentor to you, but part of that was telling you not just to dip your foot in it, like go. You said things took off when you decided to absolutely commit.
He said, if you're going to do stand-up, you got to get out. You got to stop doing what you're doing. I was an entertainment reporter, and I go, I need to go 100% with comedy and really get out there. And it's so fulfilling knowing that you're doing your own thing and working for yourself. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I'm excited.
Oh my goodness. Well, man, congrats on everything. It's good to have, and you've been in good health since that.
Yeah, it took 9 months to get better, but I feel good now. Fog every once in a while, but hey, we're figuring it all out. So I'm just happy to be alive.
You know, and that big smile on your face and appreciation, we can see. No, getting serious, man. We can see it. And a lot of people have gone through what you went through in a lot of ways. But man, it is good to see you on the other side of it.
You know, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you so much for having me. Thank you.
Of course, and don't go anywhere just yet, Dr. Ashton. You got some final thoughts for us?
Yep, final thoughts here, inspired by this man himself about the benefits of laughter in medicine. Pretty good data actually showing that it can improve our immune system, and it can definitely break the ice in those stressful moments. Data definitely showing some benefits of not only laughing, but being funny during stressful times, not just an improvement to our immune system, but our serotonin level. And you guys have heard me say this before, benefit versus risk. There's no risk to laughing.
Well, we appreciate you making us laugh, folks.
Oh, thank you so much.
And we're glad you survived.
Yes,
that's 100%. The number one most important thing.
Me
right?
too. Absolutely.
Thank you. All right, that's what you need to know for today. Thank you for spending part of your Friday Eve with us. We're going to see you right back here tomorrow. I'm Amy Robach.
And I'm TJ Holmes. Appreciate you as always. Michael Yo's new comedy show, I Never Thought, is coming your way on St. Patrick's Day. Everybody have a good one. We will see you back here tomorrow.
Some days you wake up and nothing works, you feel surrounded. Gotta give your feet some gravity to get you grounded. Keep good things inside your ears just like the waves and sound it. And just say whatever, cause there is no way you're grounded. Everyone falls down sometime, but you just gotta know.
Now from ABC 7, live breaking news.
Good afternoon. I'm Karina Nova. Right now, we are going to take you live to a press conference for Caltrain. There was a train crash on the tracks this morning around 10:40 in San Bruno. So let's go ahead and listen in as they take questions from reporters.
I've been told there 13 individuals have been injured, including our engineer and the operator of some of the equipment. But again, we're hearing all of those injuries are not life-threatening.
Was it just the single vehicle on the tracks? Were there any other vehicles?
There appear to be two separate pieces of on-track equipment.
And I know this wasn't supposed to be on the track at this time. In what situation does this happen? Was there a big mistake somewhere?
Ultimately, we're going to need an investigation to figure that out.
Were people evacuated from the train? There's a ladder up there. Were people evacuated out the window? Approximately how many people were on the train at the time? And what about the fire on the tracks? Was that up here or was it farther down?
I believe that was that started the collision happened around Scott Street, and I imagine the fire continued out there to this point.
Scott Street from here?
I don't have that measurement on me, I'm afraid.
And to my other two questions about the number of people on the train?
I don't have a full count on board, but everyone was evacuated. From what I understand, there was some smoke on board the passenger cars, so so the trains were fully evacuated at that time.
That ladder was used for people to evacuate the train?
I'm not sure of that, but I can get some confirmation on that.
Was there anyone in that vehicle that was injured?
It's is in the vehicle that was struck?
Yeah.
Yes, my understanding there was a contractor on board who's been taken to the hospital, but not with life-threatening injuries.
Can you tell us what about the second vehicle? Those two vehicles were what kind of vehicles?
I have confirmation that one of them is a crane.
What was the second vehicle? Was somebody on that second vehicle?
My understanding is no, but I don't have confirmation on that yet.
So there's a station literally less than a quarter mile away.
Mm-hmm.
And the conductor didn't see the equipment. I mean, it's a straight shot, literally. So, I mean, do you know how fast the train was going at the point of the collision?
I don't have that at this time. The speed limit on the tracks is typically around 79 miles an hour, but this close to the station, it likely wasn't at full speed at the time. But ultimately, we're going to need an investigation to get to the bottom of that.
Sir, during the rest of the week, trains were indeed going on the single track. I'm a resident of the area. We saw the equipment on that southbound track, and we had seen trains going northbound and southbound on that other track. Do you have any explanation as to why that wasn't the case this day?
It's no, unfortunately, we're going to need an investigation to figure that out.
So just to be clear, so you single track was working on the tracks?
Beg pardon?
Was it a contracted company or was it Caltrain?
Yes, it was a contracted company.
I'm not clear on something. So was the vehicle not supposed to be on the track, or are all the trains supposed to be single tracked on the other side? You sometimes do work with a vehicle on one side and you single track?
Sometimes, but my understanding is that is not the case in this case.
And is there do you have any sort of electronics on Caltrain, that lets somebody who oversees the trains know there is an obstruction on the track?
It is. I don't believe so. That this should have been covered by staff. Ultimately, we're going to need an investigation to determine what specifically went wrong.
So there's no communication between the train driver and somebody working on the track?
No, there are watchmen on site that are communicating with dispatch, but ultimately it is not yet clear where the breakdown took place.
So knowing that, are you surprised that this accident happened?
Yes, this was absolutely a surprise. We've been doing construction on this project since 2017. This is the first incident like this that's occurred.
First incident on this project, or first incident ever for Caltrain?
It's certainly the first incident like this in my time here.
What is the speed limit for trains traveling through this residential area?
79 miles an hour. That's our whole corridor.
So it's safe to assume the train was going at least 70?
They're usually not at full speed, particularly this close to a station. It takes a while to accelerate.
Can you tell us the name of the contractor and the kind of work that was going on?
I don't have the specifics of it. My understanding it was on the electrification project, and the work was being done by Balfour Beatty.
And again, you said 13 injured. You identified a contractor and a Caltrain employee who were two of those. So are we to assume the other 11 are passengers?
That is my understanding.
Were those passengers taken to the hospital, or were they treated on site now they're okay?
From what I understand, four passengers were taken to the hospital. Everyone else was treated on site.
Can you talk about the impact on Caltrain for the rest of the evening? When will this be cleared up? How is this going to impact service for the rest of the day?
Well, like I said, we're going to be running service hourly going forward until this is fully cleared. That's all going to be local, so we're not going to have any baby bullet service today until this is all cleared up.
So who exactly is running the investigation besides you guys? Are there other agencies, federal agencies involved in it, local agencies? Who's conducting the investigation?
It's I would imagine. I mean, certainly, I would imagine the NTSB is going to get involved at some point if they aren't already. But we're also working with San Bruno Fire and the Transit Police.
And you said 4 passengers to the hospital plus the 2 employees.
That is my understanding.
Which hospital do we know?
I don't have that information at this time.
And did you say how many people you think were totally on the train at the time?
I don't have that count yet, but I will try to get that for you.
What's a typical train? How many passengers are on this typical train at this time of week?
Honestly, these days it's sort of back and forth. But let me try to get you an exact count.
So all things considered, I mean, considering what we're looking at, this could have been a lot worse.
Ultimately the fact that no one has any life-threatening injuries is a good thing. Ultimately, Caltrain is very concerned about both our passengers and our conductors, and we try to keep a safe railroad running at all times. So it is. This is not exactly a happy day, but we're glad that it is not worse than it is.
What happens to this train? Is it just going to sit here?
It's it will likely be here until the tracks are fully cleared, and then we can be sure that the train can move safely.
Where were maybe you don't know this, but passengers on the train, where did they go?
I don't know that, but I can get an answer for you.
Your name again, spell it, please.
Dan Lieberman. That's Lieberman.
Spokesperson for Caltrain.
Yes.
Are you going to have an update again before News at 5 to answer some of these?
I will certainly try. Let me get back in there and squeeze some answers out of some folks.
Thank you. You said there was a fire involved. Do you know where that started?
It's where that started? It's not specifically. I would imagine very close to the point of impact, but let me get you a better answer than that.
Thank you.
All right. Sorry for a lot of maybes. Let me get back in there and get some more for you.
Question. Scott Street, we're told, is 2 blocks down. So does that mean that the actual collision you said at Scott happened 2 blocks down? and the train pushed this vehicle all the way down here?
That's what I got earlier, but let me confirm that may have been a rough estimate.
Well, it must have been running full speed for this area.
Let me find some more answers. I'll be back. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Crash that happened at 10:40 this morning. Again, an update from Caltrain on that crash that happened in the southbound side near Scott Street this morning around 10:40. Now, want to update you again here. If you're just tuning in, here's what you missed. We've learned that there were 13 injuries. None appeared to be life-threatening. We do know that one contractor and one Caltrain employee were among those injured. 4 passengers were taken to the hospital. Again, all of those injuries are not life-threatening. There was equipment on the track working on an electrification project at the time of the crash. The Caltrain spokesperson says it should have been cleared from the track, so they're going to be investigating as to exactly why this happened and why that equipment was there. And services will be running hourly until everything has been cleared. There's only local service, no baby bullets today. And you can get the latest news streaming 24/7 with the ABC 7 News app. We'll be updating the story as we get new information again on this Caltrain crash that happened this morning. And you can join us for all of the latest developments on ABC 7 News at 3 o'clock today. We will be updating you throughout the day. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great afternoon.
It hurts when I see you.
General Hospital on ABC.
Couples. They share everything. Almost. And now it's time to share America's most recommended roadside assistance. Add loved ones to your AAA membership for 50% off and share the benefits. Like tow trucks that arrive 20 minutes faster with the highest customer satisfaction. Add loved ones in your household for 50% off with automatic renewal at AAA.com/50. AAA. Outsmart life.
Get the Planet Fitness Black Card, our most popular membership for zero enrollment and only $22.99 a month. With access to 2,000 plus locations, bring a friend every time you visit.
I love friends.
And relaxing massage chairs.
That makes me so happy.
The PF Black Card is your ticket to all the perks.
Look at that below.
Oh, it's all natural.
It's this place, I tell you. So get glowing and feel fit-tacular for zero enrollment and only $22.99 a month. Deal ends Wednesday, March 16th.
Welcome back, Camp Fam. Today we're talking about the power of forgiveness and sharing the remarkable stories of people who say that learning to forgive helped them heal and ultimately find peace in their lives. I've been talking with Jonathan Goldstein. He's the writer, producer, and creator of this very popular award-winning podcast. It's called Heavyweight, where Jonathan helps people resolve an issue from their past. In one very powerful recent episode of the show, a young man named Jesse Davis reached out to Jonathan, hoping that he could help him find the driver who hit him in a near-fatal bike accident, left him in a coma for 17 days. And even though Jesse continues to live in chronic pain and can no longer hear in his left ear because of that accident, he says that he wanted to let the man know that he forgave him and he's actually thankful for the accident.
I remember that day like it was yesterday. I had just graduated college, was on my way to my dream job on my bicycle. I had stopped to get a cup of coffee and sat down in a park. That was really the last thing I remember that day.
So on that morning, I was driving to school, and I was driving towards an intersection. That's when he crashed into my car and went through the windshield, and I'll never forget that moment. I pulled over, and I tried to call 911, and I was in such shock that my fingers wouldn't move. We all huddled around him, cheering for him to live. He was going in and out of consciousness, and we just wanted him to fight, stay with us. The paramedics finally arrived, and I went home to my dad that day, and we cried, and we prayed that he would live.
The next thing I remember was waking up in a hospital room. I had just emerged from a 17-day coma. I couldn't breathe on my own, and I was half paralyzed. I really lost the will to live any longer. One day in the hospital, I started having an epileptic seizure. I was convinced that I was dying in that moment. And that's when a flash of memories started flooding in. Memories of me playing my guitar for my little nephews. Memory of being at the beach with a girlfriend on a camping trip. And I realized that I did have a fortunate life that I'd never really appreciated before. And this was my second chance at living.
When I found out the person that I hit was still alive, I was so relieved. I wept. But I also suffered from a lot of guilt from the accident. I had PTSD and panic attacks.
It took me 5 months to learn how to walk again. I started to think more about the driver that hit me, and that I wanted to express not just forgiveness, but gratitude for him. That driver taught me how beautiful life can be.
Joining me, Tam Family Studio, Jesse Davis, and from his home in Salem, Oregon, Christian Shorio. Jonathan is still with us, of course, the creator of the podcast Heavyweight. Thank you all for being here with us. Thank you. Jesse, this is fascinating because after the accident, you were advised by lawyers and family not to reach out to Christian.
Correct.
Why didn't they want you to follow through on what seemed to be your desire here?
They didn't want me to interact for just legality reasons. The idea of who's at fault was still at question. That stickiness of Lady Justice sometimes gets in the way of us having real human experience.
It's interesting. So because, you know, they're telling you not to for reasons to protect you, right, legally.
Yeah.
But there's something calling this meeting, something inside of you. It was an accident, but what did you want from Christian or want from that meeting?
Meeting Christian was important for many reasons. He and I interacted in a very intense, hurtful way, but I wanted to show Christian that he deserves love too, that my life changed for the better. And although it is a lot of pain that I experienced, especially then, I like who I am now more than who I was before.
Christian, let me bring you in. Hearing you when you talk about once you learned that Jesse had survived, that you cried relief. After that incident or the accident, your life took a turn of its own. You've described it as a downward spiral. What happened? What were you experiencing?
Yeah, it was a downward spiral. You know, after the accident, I was still in shock. I went into a deep depression, and for the longest time, things just continued to get worse. I turned to drinking. I dropped out of college. I had a business at the time, and I stopped doing that as well. I pretty much lost all motivation, and that lasted for a good year. I was suffering from lots of panic attacks. I'd be driving, and I couldn't no longer drive, so I'd have to pull over on the side of the road, and I would just be having panic attacks. Then almost on a nightly basis, I would go to sleep, and within about 5 or 10 minutes, I would have night terrors, and I would wake up, and I just couldn't sleep. And this went on for quite some time.
Did you feel this overwhelming guilt that you felt? Was it something that, did you want to meet him to say, I'm sorry? I mean, I know Jesse sought this out, but had you thought about it in your own mind? Like, I wish I could see him. I wish I could tell this guy that I'm sorry.
You know, I would have loved to have done that. And I think if, you know, how our society is today, if we could change things and get rid of lawyers and all that kind of stuff, you know, both of us could have had that meeting a lot sooner, and it probably would have done a lot of good.
Jonathan, let me bring you back in, because it seems like so often people want the opportunity to talk it out, but there are always barriers in the middle. It's family members who say, don't talk to them again.
Right.
Or in this case, lawyers who say, you guys don't need to talk for legal reasons. That people want to have the space to forgive, but there's always something in the middle that keeps them from doing that.
Yeah, there was no one was encouraging of their meeting. Like Jesse was saying, the legal system, the insurance companies, the criminal system. There's nothing in place to allow two people that experienced the most, you know, intense moment for different reasons, moments of their lives, to come together to actually share that. Yeah.
Christian, I know you initially avoided Jonathan's phone call when his team reached out to you. It took you 8 months to respond. Why did you need that time to decide?
So where I was in my life at that time, when Jonathan started reaching out to me, I spent the past 3 years recovering, 3 or 4 years. And, it was such a very hurtful time in my life that I had started repairing who I was. I was seeing counselors. I'd started going back to school. Things were starting to look up. So then Jonathan, he got a hold of me. He sent me an email. And, I was just really afraid of what that would do to me to have that come back up again.
So this meeting, although it was meant to heal, could trigger you back into the pain that you've been experiencing and the guilt. It is fascinating. And when we come back, Jonathan facilitated the meeting between Jesse and Christian 3.5 years after the bike accident. We're going to find out what happened when they had this reunion and more conversations of forgiveness. What are you willing to forgive? Would you forgive someone who nearly cost you your life? After the break.
Making friends again, Billy?
I like to keep my enemies close.
Guys, excuse me. I didn't quite get that. I'm hard of hearing.
Oh, hey, don't forget about the tense music, too.
Would you say tense?
I'd say suspenseful. Aren't they the same thing?
Can we move on, guys? Please.
Alexa, turn on the subtitles and dim the lights. Okay, dimming the lights.
Last hand. I'm headed to my granddaughter's for dinner.
Chrissy cooks?
She cooks like a mother.
Like a mother?
Like a mother.
Ragu. Reach for the sauce that started in an Italian mother's kitchen. Ragu sauce. Cook like a mother.
Want more restful sleep? Nature's Bounty gives you more with Sleep 3, the first ever triple action sleep supplement with 3 unique nighttime benefits to help you get a great night's sleep and wake feeling refreshed. Live bountifully. Nature's Bounty.
Just tap and there you have it. Your all-new personalized weight loss program from WW. It's easy. You take a short quiz, tell us your goals, how you're feeling and what you love to eat, and we create a science-backed plan that's designed just for you. At WW, we help you build healthy habits so you can eat better, think better, and feel better. Getting started has never been easier. Join now, pay later. Get your first 3 months free at WW.com. Hurry, offer ends March 14th.
The team at Jacoby & Myers has gotten our clients up to 10 times the insurance company's original offer. Don't settle for less. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
Dreaming while awake?
Junk sleep.
Don't let junk sleep mess with your head.
Welcome to Mattress Firm.
For a limited time at Mattress Firm, get a king for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. Plus a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase.
Just go ahead and lift you on up.
You can't put a price on good sleep, but it's better on sale. Mattress Firm. Unjunk your sleep.
Dinosaurs come alive! Up to 50 moving, breathing dinosaurs! Exciting drive-through Jurassic Journey! This Wednesday through Sunday in Vallejo, Solano County Fairgrounds, and in Santa Cruz, Capitola Mall. Visit JurassicEmpire.com.
It's Saturday prime time. Bucks Warriors on ABC.
Disney and Pixar's Turning Red. Rated PG. Original movie streaming Friday. Only on Disney+.
Welcome back. So today we've been talking about the power of forgiveness. And my guests today say that learning to forgive helps them heal and ultimately find peace in their lives. And they're sharing their stories because, let's face it, everybody in this audience right now, you've had that moment where you have to say, do I forgive you or do I move on? And many of you watching right now. And we've been talking with Jonathan Goldstein, the writer, producer, and creator of this very, very popular podcast. It's called Heavyweight, where Jonathan helps people resolve an issue from their past so that they're able to move on, move forward with their lives. Joining me also is Jesse Davis and Christian Schroyer, 2 men who were featured in an episode of Heavyweight. Jesse reached out to Jonathan, hoping he could help him connect with Christian, the driver who hit him in a near-fatal bike accident that left him in a coma for 17 days. And they wanted to meet. They actually had the opportunity, finally, to do that. I I'm curious, Jesse, what was the night like before you were able to meet Christian?
Butterflies. Honestly, more butterflies than the night before the show.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was afraid before I met Christian of how to communicate that not only was I looking to forgive, but I also was looking to apologize.
What did you want to specifically forgive him for?
For changing my life so dramatically. And at the time it happened, it was on all levels something that was negative.
Mm-hmm.
Lost organs, bone shattered, chronic pain today sitting next to you. And so I needed to show Christian that that was okay, that I had moved past that resentment,
Because you resented him. I mean, as I said, a lot of this was legal, and I don't want to get into all that because we're at the point of peace, but you had to get past resentment too, all of these things.
And it was resentment for what happened, right? Where I do believe that there is some part of this that was my fault.
Yeah.
And Christian and I were strangers before, and we were strangers the night before.
Yeah.
And the idea of bringing Christian into my family was sort of what I ultimately was looking to do, was not just forgive, but apologize.
Because you're linked together for life now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're linked together. Christian, what was it like the night before for you? Because you delayed meeting and taking Jonathan's calls, and now it's go time, right? It's the night before, and you're going to meet it. It's go time. How did you feel?
You know, for me, I felt quite terrified at the time. Like I didn't know where this was going to go. I didn't know where this was going to bring it up. It was this whole experience was very haunting to me.
And when that moment came, when you were face to face, what did that feel like? What was that? I know that you sat in silence for some time. You were staring at each other, as I understand. What was that like for you?
Yeah, you know, again, I was very terrified at the time, but, you know.
What were you afraid of? Because you knew he met, you know, the plan was to forgive, so you knew you weren't going to be ambushed, hopefully, because Jonathan does a great show. So you know that it's the intentions are pure and good, but what was the fear there?
You know, I really wish that I really hope that the tensions were pure. And, you know, when I got into the room and I started looking at Jesse, and, you know, I could just see his warmth and his love, like radiating off of him. Like, you know, that started to evaporate. It's a very powerful feeling.
And when the meeting was done, you know, as I said, the quote from T.D. Jakes about it feels like a cancer coursing through you and eating away at different aspects of your life. Once you finally had this ultimate moment where you look at each other and you resolve this, what was that? The show's called Heavyweight. Did it feel like a weight had lifted?
It did. It really did. At the end of the meeting, we sat there and we hugged. And then I remember walking out of the hotel, because that's where we met, and I just felt like I was a new man. Like, wow. I felt like all this relief was just off of me. And
Jesse, you know, I know you're in chronic pain now. You still don't ride bikes for reasons that we talked about in the break. It's fear. It's where to have him hug the body that was broken in that accident and that is still mending. How did that hug feel?
It felt like the opposite, right? It felt like a closure. Our bodies didn't touch in that accident, but our bodies touched, you know? And it was so violent and out of control. Neither of us got any control there, right? There's no decision. But so to take the control of hugging and being loving with that exchange, it was closure to something horrific. Wow. Yeah.
I got goosebumps. You know, Jonathan, I take work home with me a lot. I think about our guests. I think about the reactions from Tam Fam and the audience. I can't imagine you don't take this work home with you. And how do you give yourself a hug? Because it's a lot. I'm sitting here squeezing myself. I mean, it's a lot because it's so personal.
Yeah, I mean, it was like when I felt very protective of both of them. And I wanted to make sure that at first, it was a leap of faith for me to understand where Jesse was coming from, and it was and I was slow to come to it, to understand how someone would want the things that Jesse wants, and he won me over. And my experience of the whole thing was a learning one. I realized through the experience that there's a different way to be in life.
Wow.
And Jesse and Christian modeled that.
Wow.
And it was just a beautiful thing to witness.
Wow. Well, thank you all for sharing the story. Christian, thank you. Jesse, thank you. Jonathan, congratulations on this incredible journey of sharing these stories. And you can listen to episodes of Heavyweight only on Spotify. Thank you so much. Up next, two parents find it in their hearts to forgive the driver who was responsible for killing their daughter. Don't miss this conversation.
The Tamron Hall Show is still talking about it after the credits roll. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
I want to hear from you.
Is your water pressure so weak you can't even rinse? Worse, have you just gotten too used to it? Corrosion builds in old pipes, making it harder for the water to push through, and sometimes causing leaks. Fixing it piecemeal is expensive and disruptive. Repipe Specialists is the solution. We'll install new pipes in your home in just a day or two, and even provide easy financing options. We can fix your low water pressure. What you do with it is up to you.
To win your Let's Cruise vacation getaway at letscruise.com.
When you buy a brand new car, it loses roughly 50% of its value in the first 3 years. Not the case when you buy a great used car with Shift. Of course, if you really want to waste a bunch of money on a brand new car, you can just do this. Now, technically, that's littering, so I'm going to go back and pick all that up.
Shift.com. Used cars never felt so new.
If you've ever considered getting a walk-in tub, we have great news. For a limited time, when you purchase a Safe Step walk-in tub, we'll upgrade your order to include a free shower package. Yes, a free shower package. With Safe Step's shower package, you can conveniently shower in your brand new walk-in tub. And if you call today, you'll also receive $1,600 off your entire order. Now, you can finally enjoy the best of both worlds with the therapeutic benefits of a warm, soothing bath that can help increase mobility, relieve pain, boost energy, and improve sleep. Or if you prefer, you can take a safe, refreshing shower all in one amazing product. Call today to receive your free shower package plus $1,600 off the price of your brand new Safe Step walk-in tub.
That's 1-800-962-5572. Call today.
Welcome back. We are live. I was just talking to the audience in the commercial break. We're all nodding our heads thinking of folks that, we want to forgive, or maybe we even want them to forgive us. And saying those three words, I forgive you, can be one of the most difficult things to say to someone who's hurt you or betrayed you, especially when they're responsible for the death of someone you love. Our next story is a heartbreaking trauma that no parent should ever have to go through. When Elizabeth and Fernando Jimenez answered a knock at their door in the middle of the night, they were met by two police officers who delivered the life-shattering news that their daughter, Maria, was killed in a car accident just weeks before her 25th birthday. The driver of the vehicle was Maria's boyfriend, Nick Tay, who'd been drinking and driving at a speed of 110 miles per hour. Nick survived that crash. And despite being overcome with grief, Fernando and Elizabeth found it in their hearts to forgive Nick and say that learning to forgive actually set them free from a life filled with pain, resentment, and anger.
Maria was my little girl, my only girl. She was the princess of the house.
I will describe Maria as a kind, compassionate, caring for others.
I met Maria in church, and soon after we started dating and got into a serious relationship.
But a few weeks before Maria's 25th birthday, everything changed for us.
One night, Maria and I went out for dinner. Then after that, we went to get drinks. Then we decided to head home. I remember driving really fast, and I lost control of the car and I crashed. I remember the airbags coming out, and then I lost consciousness. And when I came round to, I was hanging just by my seatbelt.
It was about 5:30 in the morning when the police came and told us that there were a car accident, and Nick and Maria were in the accident. But Maria didn't survive the injuries.
When Fernando told me what happened, we held on to each other and we cried.
When I found out that Maria didn't make it, I completely broke down. I was thinking, how can I ever forgive myself? Even more, how could Maria's parents forgive me?
I knew there was nothing I could do for Maria. Even though Nick was the driver, I forgave him.
I felt the opposite. I felt very angry. I felt rage. I felt vengeance. I felt why Nick is going to be alive and my daughter Maria is dead. I didn't want to be a bitter man. My only way out was forgiveness.
Joining us from their home in the UK are Elizabeth and Fernando Jimenez. Thank you so much for joining us. Elizabeth, you describe Maria in such a way, I feel like I know her. You know, looking at the videos of this beautiful light that you were able to hug and have for 25 years is incredible. So it's an honor that you would even talk to me, because I know it cannot be an easy conversation. You were able to find the path to forgiveness quicker, it sounds, than Fernando. How is that possible? What was it that allowed you to?
Well, from the beginning, Fernando and I reacted totally differently. I had no vengeful feelings from the beginning. Even when we went to see Maria's body at the hospital and we were waiting, it grew on me the desire to go and look for him. In one of your shows, you say something beautiful. In one of your recent shows, you said, we are here to celebrate love, to accept grief and loss, and find positivity. And I think when I had the desire to look for Nick and help him and support him, I was looking for that positivity. I wanted to have a good outcome in this terrible situation.
You are a remarkable person, I'll tell you. Fernando, you know, we had our story on prior to where there was an accident and it wasn't quite clear who was at fault with the two gentlemen. But in this case, it was clear. It was speeding and alcohol, decisions made by Nick. Is that what you struggled with, in that there was no doubt it was irresponsible behavior?
Very much indeed. You feel like in a sense of denial, a sense of losing part of your body, amputated something for your heart, and you don't know what to do. And one of the questions that came to me is, how is possible? I bought a car for her the year previous for her birthday, and now she's gone. And this particular guy that I haven't met, that is from somewhere, is still alive there. And I feel a sense of vengeance, a sense of sadness, a sense of really rage. Wanted to see justice, perhaps, at this moment.
How did you find, I know that he was eventually charged and sentenced to prison. How did you find, even prior to justice as we know it, the ability to find the resolve to at least start to think about forgiving him? Because you don't know how the court's going to play out. You don't, all of these unknowns, but it sounded like even before that, you started to figure, I need to forgive. I need this.
Oh, to reconcile my faith principles of the Bible with the reality you are living at the moment, and to forgive a guy that has very stupidly have an accident that didn't need to happen, particularly where Maria was lost. I felt like I don't want to end up my life with a bitter, with a liver in my hand. I don't want to destroy my life. I know how poisonous unforgiveness is, because I've been preaching that for all my life. But at the moment, to have the guy right in front of me, it's a sense that you want to deny the reality, but at the same time, you want to do the right things. Now, at those moments, you find a little bit of grace, I suppose, from heaven, from God, from you call it. And when the guy came and asked me, forgive me, please forgive me, and he was crying on my shoulder, and he was very vulnerable and like a baby, you know, please forgive me, forgive me. I did say the word, I forgive you, son. I forgive you. And that was a releasing. That was a taking power, taking authority, control of my own mind and my own heart, and wanted to do the right thing, because there was nothing left for me. My daughter has gone, and the only thing that was left for us was Nick. Wow. And he was taking the position, or taking the heart of the emptiness of a funeral days ahead. And I have to love this guy. I better do it in the best way possible, because if Maria would have been here, I'm going to do it for her. If Maria would have been here, she would ask me not to do it. Papi, be nice to him. Be nice to him. And that was my heart at that moment, how I did it.
When we come back, more with Fernando and Elizabeth, because they didn't just forgive Nick. They brought him into their heart and their home as their own after the break. On our next show, Kristen Chenoweth joins the TAM fam, and fan favorite NBA great Jalen Rose always keeps it real. Plus, Tim Tebow says he remained unapologetically true to his faith. Next, Tamron Hall. Tomorrow.
Look inside yourself.
Make your mark. Be at home.
It's time to celebrate and save at Ashley's 77th anniversary sale. Get up to 25% off select styles, or choose 77 months no interest. Plus, visit ashley.com for weekly limited time doorbusters. Celebrate and save today, only at Ashley.
NexGard is the #1 vet-recommended flea and tick protection, and it's easy to see why. It protects for a full 30 days, prevents the infection that causes Lyme disease, and is safe to start protecting puppies as early as 8 weeks. But your vet doesn't just prescribe it to her patients. She also trusts NexGard to protect her own dog, and she knows that its beef-flavored deliciousness makes it #1 with dogs. Ask your vet about NexGard and why it's #1 with pretty much everyone.
Mendocino County, vibrant with incredible views, offering amazing outdoor activities from hiking, biking, and kayaking to wine and beer tasting, gallery hopping, and golfing. Try rail biking. For more adventures, visit animal preserves. And when it's time to take a break, relax at sidewalk cafes and restaurants. Stay longer at any lovely inn throughout the area. For a breath of fresh air and room to roam, visit Mendocino County.
We're rolling out the purple carpet to celebrate the arrival of purple mattresses and accessories at the Revive Sleep Center inside living spaces. Discover the just right comfort everyone's talking about. Plus, revolutionary grid technology that instantly adapts to your body. You'll love the pressure relief and dreamy, floaty feeling, as well as open-air channels that ensure optimal temperature regulation. With soft, stretchy sheets and supportive pillows, you're in for complete bliss. Experience purple, now available at the Revive Sleep Center inside living spaces.
Living Spaces.
Get the Planet Fitness Black Card, our most popular membership, for zero enrollment and only $22.99 a month. With access to 2,000 plus locations, bring a friend every time you visit.
I love friends.
And relaxing massage chairs.
That makes me so happy.
The PF Black Card is your ticket to all the perks. Look at that glow.
Oh, it's all natural.
It's this place, I tell you. So get glowing and feel fit-tacular for zero enrollment and only $22.99 a month. Deal ends Wednesday, March 16th.
Life
life just got weird. But maybe I like this new me.
Disney Pixar's Turning Red. Rated PG. Original movie streaming Friday only on Disney+.
Because you deserve clean streets. ABC7, building a better Bay Area. You are firefighters. You have the best job in the world. I'm in. I'm in.
I'm your captain. Don't make me repeat myself.
Welcome back. Today, we've been talking with people about the power of forgiveness, and my guests today are just extraordinary in telling their story of finding a way to forgive the young man responsible for the death of their daughter just before her 25th birthday. Maria Jimenez was killed in a car crash. The driver was her boyfriend, Nick, at the time who was driving under the influence and at a rate of speed of 110 miles per hour. Nick survived the car crash despite becoming overcome with grief. Fernando and Elizabeth forgave Nick, and they've been talking with us about the bond shared. Elizabeth, Nick served 18-month prison sentence for causing Maria's death. He was deported back to Singapore. He was supposed to join us, but we could not get the connection. He wanted to be here to talk with you and talk with our audience. Prior to his sentencing, Nick actually lived with you and Fernando, and you and Fernando visited him every week in jail. Fernando said that this is what Maria would have wanted. Did you feel the same way, Elizabeth?
I did not think about Maria much. I was just thinking about Nick and how I could help him. I thought this situation is bad enough. I don't want another casualty in this situation. I need to make sure that he's okay. Because I learned that it's not what you get, it's who you become, how you contribute that has meaning to your life.
Fernando, I know you continue to share this story, and you came to talk with us today because you want people to learn something from the decision you made. And Elizabeth, what is the larger thing you hope people get from this, Fernando?
I think the most important lessons in my life that I could share with people is there is always the opportunity to forgive if you want to. And also, the forgiveness is the principles of life. You are in life, you forgive, and you are being forgiven. And you don't need to end up your life with bitterness, with diseases, with a grumpy attitude because you got something in your heart, you haven't been able to do it. There is the ability, there is the grace to let it go, and to people to know that there is a lesson to learn. There is a purpose beyond that sadness, problem, and difficulty, but you can become a higher person, a better quality citizen, person, reality, and you can improve and cooperate and give value to the life of others who will actually feel even worse than yourself.
Wow. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to speak with you, Elizabeth, Fernando. Blessings to you both. Thank you for everything today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, from the HBO documentary Frederick Douglass in 5 Speeches, actors Denzel Whitaker and Andre Holland on how one of the most famous humans to walk this planet actually also spoke of forgiving. After the break.
Your taste is indescribable. It's just you. So instead of putting it in words, we're putting it in a store that fits you, knows you, and evolves with you. It's full of things that are so you right now and the you you're becoming. Introducing Stitch Fix Freestyle, your personalized store. Take your style quiz at stitchfix.com.
Depression can make you feel like just no.
It comes with different symptoms. A whole grocery list of them. Yeah, enough.
And your doctor tells you about Trintellix, a prescription medicine for adults with depression. And you feel this relief from your overall symptoms.
With, get this, no significant impact on weight in clinical trials.
Trintellix may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in people 24 and younger. Call a doctor right away if you have these or new or worsening depression or new or sudden changes in mood, behavior, thoughts, or feelings. Do not take with MAOIs. Tell your doctor about all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Increased risk of bleeding may occur, especially if taken with aspirin, NSAID, pain relievers, or blood thinners. Manic episodes, eye problems, low sodium levels, and sexual problems can occur. Suddenly stopping Trintellix may cause serious side effects. Common side effects include nausea, constipation, and vomiting. Some reports of weight gain have been received since product approval.
Feeling better.
Yeah. Ask your doctor if Trintellix is right for you.
In 15 years, you drink about 15,000 cups of coffee. So Colgate created new Optic White Pro Series toothpaste with the power to remove 15 years of stains for a Pro Series smile. New Colgate Optic White Pro Series.
What you're doing is not just hurting you. If you can't make up your mind to quit for yourself, do it for those who love you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Looking for help with your taxes? With United Way Bay Area's free tax help, you can get safe, quick, and accurate tax help for free. Get your taxes done by one of our experts, and we will maximize your refund. You may qualify for more than $8,000 in refunds and earned income tax credits. Get free help in person or online. Have questions? Call 211 or visit uwba.org/tax help to get started today.
Do you need to sell a distressed property? Stop. Don't make any repairs. Call John Buys Barry Houses for a fair all-cash offer. We buy inherited houses, foreclosures, bad renter houses, vacant houses, empty lots, even fire-damaged houses. We pay cash fast and all with no stress, no hassle, and no commissions or fees. So if you have a property you need to sell, call John Buys Barry Houses for a fair all-cash offer. Call 510-707-6000. That's 510-707-6000.
We've been doing this a long time. We've seen thousands of auto accident cases. Between the freeways and rush hour traffic, California's roads can be a dangerous place to drive. People get injured every day. In cases of serious injury, remember, your lawyer matters. Your lawyer matters to the insurance company. Your lawyer matters to the jury. And let's face it, your lawyer matters to the result. Choose the law firm with the reputation and experience to win your case. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
Talking about the power of forgiveness and sharing remarkable stories of people who say that learning to forgive helped them heal and ultimately find peace. But forgiving doesn't mean that we forget. After spending 20 years of his life as a slave, Frederick Douglass escaped and not only freed himself from the bondage of slavery, but became one of the most electric speakers of the 19th century and a powerful voice of the abolition movement, exposing the horrors of slavery. But decades after he was enslaved, in an extraordinary display of forgiveness, Frederick Douglass visited his former slave owner on his deathbed and also wrote a letter to him. He wrote, "I love you, but hate slavery." In a captivating 1-hour HBO documentary currently streaming on HBO and HBO Max titled Frederick Douglass in 5 Speeches, a group of well-known actors have come together to perform and bring to life the words of Frederick Douglass. Most legendary speeches and their bold voices remind us that Frederick Douglass' words about racial injustice, sadly, still resonate deeply today.
My friends, I've come to tell you something about slavery.
Our newspapers are daily disfigured by its ghastly horrors.
Imagine that you had to dispel doubts about your full humanity every time you picked up a pen. Having to fight that battle over and over every day. That was the life of Frederick Douglass.
The actors featured in this brilliant documentary, Andre Holland, who is known for his incredible performance in the Academy Award-winning film Moonlight, and Denzel Whitaker, who you know from movies like The Great Debaters and Black Panther. Thank you both, gentlemen, for joining us today. Andre, my friend, it's so good to have you on. Congratulations on this documentary. Listen, we were just saying about Frederick Douglass and forgiving, and I asked the podcast creator, Jonathan Golston, earlier, are there some things that just are not forgivable? We clearly see here with Frederick Douglass that even slavery was something he felt you could forgive. And he uttered those words. What was it like reading and being a part of this at this time?
Yeah, it was really incredible. Hello, it's good to see you
again. Good to see you.
It's really incredible, and you know, as you said, I think that Douglas's decision to forgive, as you said, it's not about forgetting the atrocities of slavery, but it really is a radical act of acceptance that really is for the forgiver, I believe. And I think that Douglas left us with an incredible example of how forgiving is really a recognition of our shared humanity, which seems to me to have been at the heart of his work.
Well, Denzel, you know, at this time you have people, and I love that we have this great diverse audience and people who watch our show from all over the world. So often when you bring up slavery, people are like, well, I don't want you to blame me. I don't want you to hate me, because the past makes them afraid. The past is where we learn to forgive, because if you don't talk about it, how can I forgive you for it?
Absolutely.
And the reviews, one review described this documentary as being an urgent bulletin from the past that speaks to our present moment.
What I'd have to say about that is oftentimes there's guilt faced on both sides when something has went wrong. And I know I faced this personally within my own life, and I can only imagine how Frederick Douglass felt. He was born into slavery. So what do you say to a situation like that where you should feel this hate and animosity? And a lot of people did. You know, we still carry this generational trauma that weighs on us. So for him to have the courage and the foresight and the knowledge to be like, no, I, you know, forgive my slave master. Many times people who commit atrocities against each other don't know the evils that they do. You know, so you have to have the heart and compassion to see through that anger, to see through that hate. And on the other side of that, say, I love you, and hopefully open up that bridge to have the love to overcome the hate.
Well, it is a brilliant thing that you've done and participated in. I know you both are so very, very busy with different things. This show is on forgiveness. Denzel, have you struggled with forgiving people in the past?
Absolutely. There's definitely been moments in my life that have been trying. And I recount there was one day where I was listening to a sermon early in the morning, and they were speaking about Jesus in his last days and how even when he knew the disciples who walked with him, you know, were going to betray him, he still sat and washed their feet. And he broke bread with them, and he said everything was going to be okay. And just by simply hearing that, that gave me the strength and the courage to forgive some of the people within my life. Because even though there were certain things that were committed against me, I know that when I leave this earth, I don't want to leave with pain, guilt, confliction. You know, I don't want to have enemies at the end of the day.
Andre, I would ask you a heavy, deep question, but I have to forgive you for something. I forgive you because your father tried to get you to marry me, and you did not. We were at Oprah Winfrey's house. This man came and grabbed me and said, you got to meet my son and marry my son. Is that a true story, Andre?
That is a very true story.
I mean...
I thank you for the sympathy. I have to defend myself because I missed out.
Oh, that's okay. I love you. You're my brother. I love you. Congratulations on this. We're so proud. Give your dad my love, Andre. Andre and Denzel are part of this extraordinary documentary, Frederick Douglass, in 5 speeches, currently streaming on HBO and HBO Max. We'll be right back.
Closed captioning provided by...
Hey, you two. Go outside and play.
Create a season full of playfulness. Your happiest spring starts at Lowe's.
Dad?
I was the lead singer.
Packing tape is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, from $5 a month.
Dinosaurs come alive! Embark on your drive-through Jurassic adventure with the largest, most realistic, up to 50 moving, breathing dinosaurs. From the safety of your car, see the voracious Velociraptor and the massive, ferocious Tyrannosaurus Rex. This Wednesday through Sunday, 2 locations in Vallejo, Solano County Fairgrounds, and in Santa Cruz, Capitola Mall. For tickets and more info, visit JurassicEmpire.com.
Selling your car isn't easy. Take my car here.
Whoops. This was my car about an hour ago, but now it's a pile of cash. Sold it to Shift. Got an instant online quote that came right to me. Took less than an hour. It was so easy I forgot I even sold it. Till you reminded me.
Shift.com. Used cars never felt so new.
Oh, your flight just landed. Yeah, of course I remembered. Yeah, just get in my car right now. Uh-oh.
A garden hose is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, from $5 a month.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to our Sam fam. Let's all learn to forgive. We will see you next time. This is the closest I've been to my audience. Oh my gosh. Enjoy your day. We love you.
This is Plantar 39 Phytocaffeine Scalp Tonic for hair over 40. During menopause, estrogen levels within the female body decrease, which may affect the hair. Possible consequences include hair growing thinner. Plantar 39's phytocaffeine complex travels through the strands and strengthens hair that may become weakened during menopause. Apply directly to the scalp and massage in. Purchase Plantar 39 Scalp Tonic at Amazon. Plantar 39 for hair over 40.
Refresh your home with the help of Living Spaces and get everything you need fast with free shipping. Upgrade your style and enjoy a quick and easy makeover with our wide variety of in-stock collections that are available for free next-day delivery. From your living room and dining room to your bedrooms and office, every space deserves a new furniture piece here and a chic accessory there. Discover the designs you love and we'll ship them for free. Only at Living Spaces and livingspaces.com.
Living Spaces.
Get the Planet Fitness Black Card, our most popular membership for zero enrollment and only $22.99 a month. With access to 2,000 plus locations, bring a friend every time you visit.
I love friends.
And relaxing massage chairs.
That makes me so happy.
The PF Black Card is your ticket to all the perks. Look at that glow.
Oh, it's all natural.
It's this place, I tell you. So get glowing and feel fit-tacular for zero enrollment and only $22.99 a month. Deal ends Wednesday, March 16th.
Rolling hills and vineyard valleys, redwood forests, and a stunning coastline. Mendocino County features wineries, breweries, restaurants, and lovely places to stay. For a breath of fresh air and room to roam, visit Mendocino County.
All your exams behind you, it's time to celebrate. I've barely seen you in a while. He missed your goodnight story and kiss last night, and I told him that you were learning to save people's lives like a real-life superhero. Hey, don't worry, it's okay. He wasn't upset. You are definitely the cool parent, though.
No, I'm no superhero. Not even the cool parent. I messed up. Thank you for seeing me.
You said it was important.
How are you feeling?
Well, it's the anniversary of my sister's death. But don't worry about it, because I didn't go on any benders. Is that why you're here? You checking up on me?
We have to talk.
You know, I'm not a fan of those 4 words.
About our grandson.
Judging by your exterior only, I'm guessing all is once again right in your world. Let's not get excited. Everything's fine. Surprisingly, I actually am enjoying my job. Alexis Davis, editor-in-chief. It suits you. Better than my last career's drunk, attempted murderer, and ex-convict. I've gotten by with a lot of help from my friends. Both you and Harmony, who I invited to join us. So be nice.
Austin.
Hey, you made it.
Don't sound so surprised. I told you last night I would see you today.
You did, but I thought that now that Bailey Louise is back, that you would want to spend as much time with her as possible.
Lesson number 1, I mean what I say.
Okay, good to know. Are there a lot of lessons?
You'll find out.
I look forward to it. It's nice to see you.
Me too.
So Max just texted, and he and Felicia are on their way. So it gives us a chance to catch up. I haven't seen too much of you lately.
I've been busy.
Would that be code for I'm trying to avoid you? Or are we simply getting used to living with Peter's ghost?
Fernando, I know you're getting married. Don't do anything without talking to me first. Oh, thank God, Carly.
Okay, Gladys, what's going on?
Oh, Brando is about to make the biggest mistake of his life, and you gotta help me stop it.
He's been back there forever. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
Well, then go check on him. You don't have to babysit me.
I'm not babysitting you. I'm keeping you company.
Then let the man do his job.
I am. I will. All I'm saying is he should have been finished fixing the car by now.
Look, the chapel will still be there when the car is ready.
And then we get to say I do. Can't wait.
Neither can I.
ABC's General Hospital, brought to you by Sensodyne, #1 dentist recommended brand for sensitive teeth.
Is full of make or break moments, especially if you have postmenopausal osteoporosis and a high risk for fracture. It's time to make your move to help reduce your risk of fracture with Prolia. Only Prolia is proven to help strengthen and protect bones from fracture with one shot every 6 months.
Do not take Prolia if you have low blood calcium, are pregnant, are allergic to it, or take Xgeva. Serious allergic reactions like low blood pressure, trouble breathing, throat tightness, face, lip, or tongue swelling, rash, itching, or hives have happened. Tell your doctor about dental problems, as severe jawbone problems may happen, or new or unusual pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred. Speak to your doctor before stopping, skipping, or delaying Prolia, as spine and other bone fractures have occurred. Prolia can cause serious side effects like low blood calcium, serious infections, which could need hospitalization, skin problems, and severe bone, joint, or muscle pain.
Don't wait for a break. Call your doctor now and ask how Prolia can help you.
Better skin from your body wash? Try Olay Body Wash with skincare super ingredient collagen. Olay Body Wash hydrates to improve skin 3 times better, from dry and dull to firm and radiant. With Olay Body, I feel fearless in my skin.
Okay, everyone. Our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure complete balanced nutrition with 27 vitamins and minerals, and Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
Does your plug-in fade too fast? Try Febreze Fade to 5 plug. It has built-in technology to digitally control how much scent is released to smell first day fresh for 50 days.
La 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 la. Zoe for Azo here. You know how it typically goes. First you have urinary tract issues, then you have yeast issues. Stop going in circles.
Azo Dual Protection fights yeast growth and urinary tract bacteria.
Own your day with Azo.
Tomorrow night,
people just like our friends, our families, promising young minds what could have ever led them to this.
The cult who believed they would go to heaven on a UFO.
Their lives before joining the cult. Their lives after.
There's no sexuality.
He castrates himself.
And then...
These people who are laughing kill themselves with bags tied over their heads.
The exclusive tapes, the witnesses. Can we finally solve the mystery?
Cult of cults.
Of Heaven's Gate, tomorrow night on ABC.
I need to get to Canada now. Please tell me you got the jet and the divorce. What's going on with Brando? Is he okay? Brando is the farthest thing from okay. He and Sasha are getting married. That's it. What do you mean, that's it? I mean, they're eloping tonight. Okay, listen to me. Brando and Sasha went through something no parent should ever have to go through. And it's not like they're doing something dangerous. Marriage is dangerous. You of all people should know that. But if you won't help me, I bet Sonny will.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
You've been drinking. No, I'm fine. I had 1 or 2, maybe 3.
Okay, well, I'm not letting you go anywhere like this. Come on, I'll drive you to Sonny's myself. Let's go.
All right, that's cool. But you're gonna have to floor it, sister.
What about Michael and Wiley? Is everything all right?
Oh, no, Wiley, he's fine. I just thought you deserved a heads up.
What?
Sonny, I'm suing for visitation.
Why?
Well, Willow and I, we had a little chat, and she said that she doesn't see a path to me having any access to Wiley, so I told her that I was going to exercise my legal rights as Wiley's grandmother. Michael, he hasn't told you that?
I haven't talked to Mike.
Oh, which means that Willow hasn't told him yet.
Or Michael's still not talking to me.
Sonny, I am really sorry to put you in this position.
I mean, look, I don't blame you if you want to do whatever you need to do for your family, but you can't do that.
Hey, Harmony's coming. When did that happen? She just texted me, so she's having a hard time. I texted her back and invited her to join us.
The role of Harmony is temporarily being played by Priscilla Garriga.
Alexis, Diane, thanks for including me in your girls' night out. You look great.
Thanks. Did you have a tough day at Spring Ridge?
Tougher than usual.
Well, we all have those, right? What are you drinking? The first round's on me. Will you relax? I'm in a much better place than I was New Year's Eve.
In that case, I'll have one of those cocktails the Savoy is famous for.
2 outrageous cocktails and 1 sparkling water coming, right?
They must be ice skating in hell.
What does that mean?
That was one of the more positive interactions I've had with any of your friends.
Oh, well, Diane. She's drama-free. Speaking of drama-free,
I should go say hi. Excuse me?
Take a breath. Take a sip of your drink. Tell me how you think you messed up.
Oh, I don't think I messed up. I know I did.
Willow, Michael, this is a nice surprise. I'm here with Diane and Alexis. Thought I would say hi.
Mom, I've been meaning to call. Thanks again for dropping off my birth certificate.
My pleasure. Now the 2 of you can enjoy that trip to Paris.
Oh, yeah. Willow's definitely deserved a celebration and a break. She took exams yesterday.
I'm sure you sailed through it.
How was your checkup?
Couldn't have gone better. Mac's gunshot wound is healing perfectly. But you're not getting off the hook that easily. You 2 are an item now?
Austin and I, it's new.
We look forward to getting to know you better.
As much as we'd love to stay and chat, we have a prior engagement. Call me later.
Only if you promise to behave yourself.
No promises. Austin, it was a pleasure to see you again.
I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you.
I am so sorry about that.
It's fine. Really, it's great. Maxie Jones lesson number 2, I guess, is that you're really close with your family and that might take some getting used to.
Something like that.
No problem. What's with the box?
Oh, something I was hoping you could help me with. I need to get rid of Peter.
What do we really think about that?
Personally, I think it's too soon for Maxie to be in a relationship with someone new.
But she's a grown woman, living her own life.
We'll keep an eye on her. And him. And if Dr. Gatlin Holt steps out of line, I'll smush him like a bug.
That can't be good.
The car needs a new fuel pump, but I won't be able to get the part in until tomorrow morning.
So we're stuck here overnight?
Not necessarily. You know, a busted fuel pump can be jerry-rigged. I've done it a bunch of times in emergencies.
You're welcome to take a look. Won't even charge you.
Life's been hard enough, especially when you're struggling with depression. So I did some research, took a questionnaire, and talked to my doctor. I'm taking my antidepressant, but I still feel stuck.
Adding Rexulti could help. When added to an antidepressant, Rexulti was proven to reduce depression symptoms 62% more than the antidepressant alone. So you can stay on your current treatment and keep moving forward.
Rexulti can cause serious side effects. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and worsen depression in those under 25. Call your doctor about fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which could be life-threatening, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Increased cholesterol, weight gain, high blood sugar, decreased white blood cells, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, seizures, trouble swallowing may occur.
I'm glad my doctor helped me take another step towards managing my depression.
When depression sets you back, keep moving forward. Make an appointment to talk to your doctor about adding Rexulti to your antidepressant.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Together forever, never to part. Together forever we do. And don't you know I would be heaven and earth to be together forever with you.
After 40, wrinkles deepen and skin can get uneven. But here's the good news.
The new Revitalift Press Night Cream with retinol and niacinamide. After 14 nights, wrinkles start to be less visible and skin tone looks more even. The new Revitalift Pressed Cream by L'Oreal Paris.
The chicken or the egg? The question isn't which came first. It's which comes with peanut butter. Duh.
It's time to celebrate and save at Ashley's 77th anniversary sale. Get up to 25% off select styles or choose 77 months no interest. Plus, visit Ashley.com for weekly limited time doorbusters. Celebrate and save today, only at Ashley.
Got up into things to do this week?
You pour your heart into everything you do, which is a lot. So take care of that heart with Lipton. Because sipping on unsweetened Lipton can help support a healthy heart. Lipton. Stop chugging, start sipping.
Some home fragrances can be overwhelming. Airwick Fresh New Day fills your space with fragrance that's always fresh, never overpowering. Airwick, connect to nature.
This is an athlete 20 reps deep, sprinting past every leak in our softest, smoothest fabric. She's confident, protected, her strength respected. Depend. The only thing stronger than us is you.
Cranky-pated, a bad mood related to a sluggish gut. Miralax is different. It works naturally with the water in your body to unblock your gut. Free your gut and your mood will follow.
You are firefighters. You have the best job in the world. I'm in. I'm in.
I am your captain. Don't make me repeat myself.
On one night, Movie Lovers Unite, hosted by Regina Hall, Amy Schumer, and Wanda Sykes.
And the Oscar goes to...
The Oscars live Sunday, March 27th on ABC.
We're by a river.
Right. We're on a back road that runs alongside a river. And if you listen hard, you can hear wedding bells. Those bells are ringing for another couple.
And soon they will be ringing for us. And for Liam. His brief life will have meaning because we will know and the whole world will know that he was born out of love.
Sasha?
August bonded everyone by leaving no one unscathed. I mean, if you find yourself waking up at night with guilt problems, reach out. There's plenty of support system out there. Don't ever forget, Peter and Peter alone did all the damage.
Thank you. There is someone else to blame, though, other than Peter. The man who helped him escape. The man who may have murdered Luke.
Victor Cassadine.
One nightmare ends and another one begins.
Peter named Britt as his executor. His effects were delivered to her and she didn't want them, so I offered to dispose of them for her. Do you think you could help me with that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
How dare you come near my dear Maxie after everything you put her through?
Liesl.
Don't worry, Liebling. I promised Dr. Gatlin Holt that he'd answer to me for betraying you. And I always keep my promises.
Were you able to get your passport?
Not yet. I have an appointment. They just want to see my birth certificate and passport application, and after that, they'll expedite my passport.
Let me know how it goes.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Willow and I aren't anticipating any problems.
Okay. Let's have a good time. I'm in the mood for some fun.
Well, you're in luck, because a very attractive man at the bar cannot take his eyes off you.
What? No.
I hope I'm not being overly bold, but I couldn't help but notice you. I'd love to buy you a drink.
You may.
I already have a drink.
Maybe some other time.
I just want to shake you. You said you wanted some fun. Now go get it.
I'm sorry, Sonny, but the only chance I have of getting access to Wiley is to go to court.
Let me lower the temperature with Michael before you resort to anything drastic.
I really appreciate the offer. I do, but honestly, I'm woman. Really? Because honestly, I'm surprised she hasn't come after me already.
Moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now there's Skyrizi.
Things are getting clearer. Yeah, I feel free to bare my skin. Yeah, that's on me.
Nothing and me go hand in hand.
Nothing on my skin. That's my new plan. Nothing is everything.
Keep your skin clear with Skyrizi. Most who achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months had lasting clearance through 1 year. In another study, most people had 90% clearer skin at 3 years. And Skyrizi is 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
It's my moment, so I just gotta say. Nothing is everything.
Skyrizi may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or coughs, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Talk to your dermatologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
For your most brilliant smile, Crest has you covered.
Nice smile, Brad.
Nice.
Thanks.
Crest 3D White. 100% stain removal. Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America.
fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
And Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin.
So when allergies attack,
take Allegra before your symptoms take over you. And for congestion relief, find Allegra D at your pharmacy.
Being a teenager can be tough.
Keep it together.
Awkward situations, middle school drama.
Suddenly turning into a magical giant red panda.
You know, the usual. You were so cute. Stay tuned for a special look at Turning Red, streaming this Friday. Rated PG, only on Disney+.
We know right now is a really tough time, and the last thing you want to do is costly repairs to your house. What if I told you that you never have to do the repairs again? That's right, let us do the repairs for you. John Buys Barry Houses will buy your house as is and pay cash fast, but with no stress, no hassle, and no commissions or fees. So if you have a property you need to sell, call John Buys Barry Houses for a fast, fair, all-cash offer. Call 510-707-6000. That's 510-707-6000.
When it comes to insurance, nobody gives you coverage confidence like AAA. Only they offer trusted auto and home insurance, plus America's most recommended roadside, all at an affordable price. Which means they don't need wacky ads with gawking animals and... oh my.
Figured out you're a gimmick, huh?
I don't want to be a gimmick.
Outsmart spokes animals and